While we wait for Luther and Steve to get to the table, just a little bit of background on Luther. He signed for Warrington here until November 2021. He joins us from rugby union side, Northampton Saints. His union career has also seen him play for Leeds Carnegie and Sale Sharks. He played in the Aviva Premiership finals of 2013 and 14 in Northampton, as well as the European Challenge Cup of 2014 and the Premiership Rugby Cup back in March this year. As an England international, he has toured Argentina in 2013 and New Zealand for a test series in 2014. He was also part of the 2014 and 2015 Six Nations, scoring on his debut before the summer tour of Australia in 2016. Now he has switched codes and he'll join us here at Warrington for his first training sessions. Luther and Steve will now take questions from the floor before we break off for photos and interviews. Any questions, please? Thank you. Don't be shy.
Luther, you've played rugby league before, but I guess it's changed a little bit since you last picked a ball up as a youngster. Do you think the game's changed much in the years?
Yeah, definitely. It's just constantly evolving. I've always followed the game throughout my rugby union career, so it's constantly speeding up. The players are better athletes, they're stronger, they're quicker, they're more explosive, they're more skillful. So yeah, it's constantly evolving, and it's a very exciting chapter for me moving back into rugby league.
How long do you think it'll take you to get up to speed?
Hopefully not too long. I've got to say that. Sat next to the boss, haven't I? But look, I had my first week last week, full training, so I'm just slowly trying to integrate myself as best possible, meet the lads, obviously sit down with the coaches and understand structures. It's never going to be an easy challenge coming in halfway through a season. I have to pick up on plays, pick up on structures a lot quicker. So I'm going to have a few classroom lessons and just try and hit the ground running.
Do you see your position in the centres or perhaps the back row?
Wherever boss man sees me fit, mate.
Where do you see Luther fitting in, Steve?
Yeah, I see. Thank you. I see Luther as a big, strong lad. He can play centre, he can play wing, and he can play back row. But our primary target is to get him involved and get him running in the centre position. And when that will be, I'm not quite sure. But he's had a really good introduction last week at training. He's fitted into our team, our organisation, with welcome arms, and he had another really good session today. So he's only had this is his third session since he's been here, and there's a lot of good things what I'm seeing. So just got to drop a couple more kegs, and boys, you knew about his accent, very posh, but we're going okay.
Luther, what's the perception of rugby league within rugby union at the minute? More rugby union players seeing coming over to league as a viable option for them? Yeah,
definitely, mate. We've started to use similar traits. So a lot of our, as a centre, a lot of our backs plays are based on the rugby league structures. These plays out the back and your hard line runners. If you were to watch a game of rugby union now, you'd see a lot of that, especially from the big teams like your Saracens, who obviously you got Owen Farrell there as an ex-rugby league player from his youth. So there's a lot of learning to be had in rugby union from league. So for me, it's like I say, I've just got to really try and integrate myself as quick as possible. The perception is a good one. I was just telling Steve, I had messages this morning from Danny Kerr, just for one, obviously England scrum half, asking if need some half-backs up here, come and pull some strings. So hopefully I can open that door and create that bridge for possible players to come over in the future.
Are there any rugby union guys in particular that you think would be well suited to Super Rugby?
Not off the top of my head, but obviously your type 5 forwards in rugby union are probably pushing it a bit there, because they're 130 kg, 125 kg plus. and to play such an explosive, demanding game like rugby league, they'll struggle. I think probably your centres are probably the best adapted, your wingers potentially are more suitable. But I think, yeah, of course, we've got some good players in rugby union that could definitely cross the barrier. Yeah,
Manu Tuolangi, he'd be handy, wouldn't he?
he'd be all right. Yeah.
Are you looking at him or Steve, or are you happy with what you
Nah, happy with what we've got, pal. Yeah.
I think you mentioned Danny Cipriani at one stage. Luther. Is he showing a genuine interest in?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, he's I say unfortunately, but he's re-signed for Gloucester. But he was one when he'd heard the rumours about me signing here. Yeah, he reached out and said, "Is it true? Something he'd love to do and try his hand at." But you know, for him, the best decision for him was to stay in rugby union, and he's re-signed at Gloucester now, hasn't he?
What do you think's prompted that change in attitude from union players, Luke? Do you think it's a sort of a loosening of the salary cap over here that makes it more financially viable for players to try their hand?
It's a difficult question, really. I don't think it really comes down to the salary cap and financial aspects of it. I just think it's the demand of the game. I think there's only certain athletic abilities within rugby union, and some players are going to be suited to it and some aren't. So I think, you know, there'll be a small percentage of union players that I think could probably cross that bridge and make that change. And you know, it's predominantly a northern sport, isn't it? So if they've not tried their hand at it, I think sometimes it can be a little bit complacent, a little bit comfortable. And why would they want to, you know, see it as such a risk? You know, so.
Steve, was Luther a talent you'd spotted and said, let's go and get him, or was the approach more the other way?
Yeah, myself, Carl Fitzpatrick, the CEO, and our owner in Simon Marine, we're always looking, you know, outside the box at special talent. And yeah, we watched, Luther, a number of games, live and on video, and he was a guy that felt would be a really good fit for our football club, and the meetings progressed from there, and here we are today. So I see him playing a really big part of our club. For many years to come. He's big, athletic, he's strong, and from what I've seen over the last 3 days of training, I think he's going to pick up things really quick.
Luther, I'm sure you've been very successful in rugby league. You've had international honours in rugby union. Do you have ambitions to perhaps repeat those in the league?
Well, thank you for your confidence first and foremost. That means a lot. Look, I can't lie and say I've not thought about playing for England Rugby League, but you know, you've got to consider what it takes to get there. I've been fortunate enough to play rugby union for England, and I know exactly what it takes to get there, and it's no different in rugby league. So for me, I've got to work hard. I've got to first and foremost try and get myself in this team. We've got some great players. I was at the game at the weekend, and I was watching the lads go. There's some great players out there, so I'm going to have to work hard. I know exactly what it's going to take. If I can play well in this team, then who knows what can happen. But yeah, my priority right now is trying to impress Steve and the guys, and hopefully I can add something to the group.
Have you got some mates in rugby league already, and what they're made of your switch?
Yeah, I do. So I grew up in Huddersfield, so I went to All Saints in Huddersfield. So I've got the likes of Jermaine McGilvery, Leroy Cudjoe, and then through my time at Leeds, Callum Watkins and these guys. So yeah, they all reached. They couldn't believe it, to be honest. As soon as they saw the news that had come out that I was coming over to rugby league, they were like, "No way, no way." So I said, "Yeah." So watch out, lads, I'm coming for you. So yeah, they've been really supportive. Jermaine did an interview with the Yorkshire Post a few weeks back and was very kind with his words. So, like I say, at the moment everyone's welcoming me. I'm pretty sure once I get out on the field, I'll have a target on my head, which what I'm looking forward to.
I was going to ask you, are you conscious of being targeted?
No, not at all. Not at all. I've been targeting rugby union. I'm a big lad. I know what my strengths are. So for my target, I'm a target. It is what it is. It can work in my favour.
Where do you see Luther fitting in? What positions?
Yeah, I see Luther as a centre. Got the ability to play on the wing and also in the back row. But our primary concern at the moment is get him up to speed in that centre role. And as I said, what I've seen over the last 3 sessions, I think he'd be a really good acquisition. But when he plays, I can't give you an answer when that will be. But as he said, he's got a lot of hard work to do. And when that time comes and he crosses that white line, I'm sure he's going to be ready.
Luther, the team's going well in the Challenge Cup as well as Super League. Do you start to think about the prospects of running out up Wembley?
I mean, whether I run out or not, I'll probably still do the John Terry and get up there full kit, lift trophy. Just celebrate with the lads like I've been part of it. Look, I can't look that far ahead. I can't. I've got goals, I've got ambitions, but I can't look that far ahead. I've got to take each day as it comes, each training session as it comes, each classroom session as it comes, and then we'll take it from there.
Is there anyone within the squad in these 3 days of training that's really blown you away and made you go, wow, what a player?
To be fair, because I've been getting beasted these last few days, I've just been getting flogged, so I'm literally just like, wow, these guys are fit. So, from that aspect, they're just a fit athletic group. Blake, Deck, Clarkey, great ball handlers.
Bubble.
Yeah. Bubble, flipping mate, yeah, conditioner. What a guy, what a character. To be honest, it's just because it's all new to me. I'm just finding everything, really great at the moment. Like I say, it's an exciting group. The backroom staff are amazing. So I'm just trying to figure out personalities at the moment, and just trying to keep my ear low to the floor, really. Head down and try not to get hammered every day.
You say you have to get fitter to play rugby league and rugby union?
Yes, definitely. It's a different sort of fitness as well. It's shorter bursts, more explosive. A lot of wrestling, a lot of up downs, a lot of shuttles. You've got to be fitter, you've got to be lighter. I think with union you've got a lot more stoppages. Obviously with the stop clock in league now, the scrums are a lot shorter, the dropout time's a lot shorter. So your rest time your recovery time is, it's pretty much non-existent now. So you've got to be a lot fitter.
Any more questions? Okay, we're just going to go outside into